You look at their opponent, the Dallas Cowboys, on offense, they are really clicking. Defense, they're giving up a lot of yards, but on offense, Dak Prescott has really played well. Number 2 in the NFL quarterback ratings. And when you look at this Dallas offense overall, they have really played well. They can put points on the board. They're averaging, I think, close to 30 points a game. So the Commanders defense have their hands full. Pickens has played well, and they possibly will have CeeDee Lamb back this week. So we look at the Commanders defense, the explosive plays that they've given up, the tackling that they had in that Chicago game. And Coach Quinn talked about the tackling of this team as far as he said they're just not hitting it. So Coach Witt talked about things that they have to do to clean up as far as running the ball. Last week, Chicago, a team that was ranked, I think, 31st in the NFL, was able to run on them. So let's go to the locker room and hear from some players as far as in the secondary, some things that they've got to do this week, and also the defensive front where Coach Witt said that the strength of this team on defense is their pass rush. How do you see this game, and what's some keys this week? You talked about last week about being on a roller coaster and getting off that roller coaster.
It's going to be a physical game for sure, being that they have one of the better offensive lines in the league, and they had some guys banged up, but they're getting a few guys back in the offensive guards. But, yeah, one of the better O-lines that we're going to be faced up against. And I'm looking forward to the challenge. They're going to come and try to run the ball, and Dak is playing out of his mind right now, probably playing some of the best quarterback ball in the league right now. And we just got to play collective ball, play as a whole. And that means just stopping the run, and when they try to pass the ball, getting the pass rush necessary for the back end to be able to do what they need to do. And I think that's going to definitely play into our hands because I feel like we've prepared well.
And Coach Witt also was asked, what is the strength of this defense? He said the pass rush, which is going to be key this week.
Yeah, definitely. It's cool that he said that, but it's definitely everything starts up front. Offense and defense, everything starts up front, and we got to have one of our best games for sure.
Last week, the running game got going for Chicago, and that's something that you all have been able to shut down each week. Could you talk about a little bit of last week, some things that that you have to key in better this week in the run stopping?
Well, we got to just set firm, hard edges. That's where everything's come down to. I think they tried to attack our edges, and they did, and we just got to set firm edges. As a whole, defensively, though, we just got to be better in some of our run fits, tackling, things like that. And we will be because we work at it.
What is key knowing that you got Dak, who is playing really well, and that offense is rolling? Talk to me about some cleanups this week.
Oh, for sure. Like you said, that's a team that's been a well-oiled machine all season, been playing really good offense, running the ball really good. They got a lot of good offensive linemen up front. So as a defense, I really just feel like we have to do our part. Nobody be a superhero. We got 11 guys on the field, and I feel like if each one does their individual job, then we'll have success.
Coach Witt also was asked, what is the strength of this defense? He said the pass rush, the pressure up front. Looking at Dallas this week, that is going to be so key in getting to Dak.
Incontrovertibly. I agree. Like Coach said, we do have a lot of great pass rushers on this team. A lot of veterans played a lot of football. I feel like that's our superpower, is our pass rushing ability. So we just got to get home and help out the defensive backs.
Better be on point this week because of all the weapons. Pickett has been playing well as far as CeeDee Lamb might be back. But talk a little bit about the run in last week, for the first time in a long time that a team was able to run on you. What is key in closing that gap again where nobody gets anything on you all in the running game?
For sure. Like I said, if we just be ourselves, nobody try to do extra, I'm sure we'll have success. I have confidence in anybody who Coach puts on the field, including myself. So, like I said, if we all just do our job, stay in our gaps, the linebackers playing the way they play, then we'll have success.
Coach said yesterday that he's glad that this is a short week to get back on that field.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I agree. The past is in the past. We can't fix that, but we can get right in the future. So it's a lot of time and starting with this week.
Let's talk about starting fast. This is something on both sides of the ball that the team has not done in starting fast. What is key in really starting fast? And we're not talking about this again.
Oh, for sure. Come out there swinging. We got to be the tone setters. We can't let another team set the tone and try to be second half team. We got to come out there punching full throttle, and that's how we go set that tone.
Knockout punch, right?
Start with the D line. Let's go.
Coach Quinn today said that as far as tackling goes, as a team, you all haven't hit it yet, but you all know that you've done it before, so you know how it works. What are some things as far as a whole, not one player, but as a whole, the little things that you have to do to just get better because you all do know how to tackle?
Yeah, I think it's been, a focal point for us this whole season, honestly. I think just getting back to, the fundamentals, the thing like you said, we've been doing, that we know how to do. And just sticking to it, not trying to do too much, not trying to do somebody else's job. And I think just fundamentals, near foot, not diving or just taking the extra step, get your body on another body, and just being able to grab and wrap up. Little stuff like that, man. Guys just not throwing the shoulder in or pushing or just assuming the tackle is made. So it's a lot that goes into it. But I think when you think about it and when you look at the tape, it really all just come down to fundamentals.
You talked a little bit about the running game last week to this week. What did you see? Because you all were basically stopping the run.
Yeah.
What did you see some key things that you were doing last week that you have to clean up this week with stopping the run a little more?
Yeah, still in between the tackles, the big guys did a nice job with Ken Law and Payne. We missed Eddie. It would have been nice to have him, but the ball on the C and D gaps, we're getting outside, and so we have to do a better job of setting edges and making sure that we're flowing. People still aren't running in between the tackles. They didn't necessarily run in between the tackles. It was more perimeter runs. So we have to ensure the C and D gaps and the crack toss and those plays that got outside of us. We have to do a better job of setting edges and those things.
And you talked about Dak, the year that he's having. Mm-hmm. What are some keys that you know that you all have to do to kind of slow him up if possible?
He's having a great year. Everybody sees it. I think, we've pressured the quarterback really well. We have to hit him, all right? But he's the type of quarterback. I always judge a quarterback once you hit him, do they look at the rush? He doesn't look at the rush. He keeps his eyes downfield. He's a real quarterback. Most quarterbacks or younger quarterbacks, or when you hit them, they start looking at the rush. He doesn't do that. You can hit him. He's a very tough man, so I understand that. But we have to hit him, and we have to make sure that he's uncomfortable in the pocket, because if he's sitting back there hitting his back foot, getting the ball out to his eligibles, he's really, really good. So we have to find a way to get to him and hit him.